entertainmentbuddha.com.
Hey now, you light-loving guardians, Matt Haywood here from entertainmentbuddha.com to finally, officially review Bungie's Destiny 2, which is far from the vanilla Destiny we got with the first game's release. There will be no major plot spoilers whatsoever present in this review, so you can proceed with that knowledge. Let's get this out of the way first. Destiny 2 is leagues above Destiny's initial experience. This is true in all facets of the game. Everything from the fleshed out campaign to the tweaked gameplay feels finely tuned. I have to also mention that I love the controls now, which are more in line with traditional FPS mechanics, but the gunplay just feels so damn smooth and efficient that it even made me feel like an FPS badass again. For the first time, it finally feels like we're getting the experience Bungie first promised when it teased its deal with Activision to bring a new IP to the gamosphere a few years ago. That's a bloody, fantastic revelation too, because we know this studio's pedigree in this space and its ability to create intoxicating worlds with cool characters and top-notch gameplay, and it finally shows in Destiny 2. The game's world just feels more alive than ever before, which is noticeable in the solid campaign as well as the social aspects in MMO-esque game modes. To me, the most noticeable improvement, though, over the original Destiny is the campaign itself, which is now a full-fledged FPS campaign in every sense of the word. There is an entertaining story to follow this time, with actual cutscenes to bring your muted Guardian to life, as well as to give key NPCs more of a role in your experience over only handing out quests and gear. You experience more of the world that Destiny resides in than ever before, and you get to understand the Guardian culture a bit more, as well as what life is like outside the tower in Earth's last city. The Traveler even plays a larger role this time around, so it really felt like Bungie put a focus on narrative in Destiny 2, which gives the game a key ingredient it was missing the first time around. I found myself actually caring about the characters and the conflict they're embroiled in, thanks to the story provided. I now truly am invested in the world of Destiny, and have had a very hard time putting Destiny 2 down, which is far from my situation with the original. Having actual stakes and goals to work towards in the campaign just makes everything about Destiny 2 feel more polished, and it only helps to make its social-centric setting feel more alive. Speaking of which, the way the social spaces are baked into Destiny 2 is also a huge improvement over vanilla Destiny. Outside of the game's first hour and a half, you're pretty much thrust right into social play areas, which are now loaded with other players and activities to keep you busy if you don't feel like rushing through the 6 to 8 hour long campaign. Maps open up fairly quickly after completing a main mission on them, and then from there you can choose to explore freely and just live in Destiny 2 world, which is really what this game is all about after all. Many times I'd find myself en route to a campaign mission, but then I'd get sidetracked by joining other Guardians for a random public event, or just by trying some of the adventure missions that would populate a map after you completed the opening campaign mission on them. It never felt like I was being forced to complete parts of the campaign to enjoy the other aspects of Destiny 2, so the experience is very fluid throughout, and makes it feel like the world comes alive around you, and that you're not the only Guardian trying to save the day. It truly is as close to an MMO-light FPS as it gets, and while the game has never captured my gaming soul, I mean the genre that is, this iteration definitely has the formula it has. Destiny 2's campaign is great. It may be a bit too easy in parts, but for the most part it provides an entertaining experience that was sorely lacking in the original. Although, I do believe the most fun to be had in Destiny 2 lies within its social modes. Strikes are once again fantastic little jaunts to score some killer gear, and they're varied enough and challenging to make you want to keep replaying. I'm also a big fan of the mini-adventures that pop up on maps, as they help to flesh out the campaign if you play them as you unlock new campaign missions, but even after the campaign they still provide deeper insights into the world of the Guardians. I'm a sucker for lore, so any little bits of information I can glean are always appreciated. Patrols are fun as well, but to me the most fun I've had has been with the public events, which literally pop up about every 5 minutes now, and they're always good for scoring loot. Loot drops in general are noticeably better, but for some reason I still haven't scored a random legendary drop in the wild, so the game is still very random in terms of those types of drops. The Crucible also provides plenty of fun, and that proclamation is coming from a gamer who has avoided FPS multiplayer modes for a few years now, mainly due to my inability to play them. I found that the same damn near perfect controls carry over to this PvP mode, and they actually made me feel competitive. I definitely plan to spend more time in the Crucible this time around with Destiny, which again goes to show the extra layers of polish in this game really have made it a must-play experience. Destiny 2 is not a perfect game though, because a few issues still exist. I'm not talking about technical issues because I didn't come across any playing on the Xbox One S. I'm referring to a few of its core mechanics, most notably its progression system. Just like Destiny, you can hit max rank before you even finish the campaign, and then you're left with the light power grind. There will always be grinding aspects to games like this, but I would have preferred to still be earning XP as I grind versus hoping for random loot drops to get my light level higher. One can only grind so long without a reward, and yes, I still haven't found a legendary or greater engram in the wild, so while rare loot drops are more common, it's still a struggle sometimes to get the gear you need without replaying certain scenarios over and over again. If your standard level didn't progress so quickly, you could at least feel as if you're making progress towards it while grinding, but alas, we're left with the old hurry up and wait for the next expansion formula to up your level from the first game. While Destiny 2 does have a few minor issues, Bungie really did come through on it, so it earns itself a 9 out of 10 from your friends here at EB. It's a must-play game in 2017, and will surely earn more than a few end-of-year gaming awards. I'm not sure if it is the game of the year, but I wouldn't be opposed to having it in the discussion. If anything else, it will provide you with plenty of content to warrant a purchase, so if you've been on the fence over getting it, consider this your kick in the ass to do so. Thanks for watching. I'm Matt Haywood signing off for EntertainmentBuddha.com, where we make you a better geek, one post at a time.
EntertainmentBuddha.com